Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, beautiful humans. Welcome into another First Things First video. Today we are going through the spice and herb mixes in First Things First ebook. So there are 8 different spice mixes that I've created that can take your cooking to the next level. But the chai powder is something that I have every single day that I tell the community about all the time. So it is something that you can make a warm drink, a cold drink, but also you can add it to your cooking like you would with a spice mix in your banana bread. You can add it apple crumble. It's like a really warming spices. So the mixture is really great for inflammation. You've got turmeric in there, you've got ginger is really great for digestion. If you want to look up the health benefits, I really recommend once you get the ebook, just doing a little bit of Google, finding out how many amazing spices can be beneficial to your health. So today we have some turmeric, pepper. Pepper actually helps the absorption of turmeric and helps turmeric do all the fancy things that it does in your body, and pepper is its friend. So we've got some whole nutmeg, some ground clove, cardamom, cinnamon, and ginger. And we're going to add that into a bowl and give it a stir. You can make just enough per recipe if you're going to be making a recipe, or as a mug of milk or whatever. But I recommend making it in bulk, so double, quadruple the recipe and add it into an airtight container and then use it as you go. So into a bowl here, you can measure it out if you want to, but just go OG Molly style. And we're just going to add it, give it a stir. This is one recipe that I'd really recommend is tasting as you're going. So maybe this batch, have a taste, you tweak it as your personal preference. I personally love a lot of ginger, cinnamon, love cardamom, however I don't like clove. I know that there might be some of you that really love the flavor of clove, so you can tweak it and you can balance it out and make it your personal preference, okay? So we're gonna go in with the cinnamon, like that. Some ginger. Ginger is going to help with digestion. It's really great, and I love the flavor. Here I'm using all ground spices. Just a little bit of clove, just a little bit. I do recommend when you're starting out in the kitchen getting ground spices that are already pre-ground. It's a lot more cost effective. You might not have something like a coffee grinder. Some recipes do tend to lean towards just adding some turmeric. Whole spices, if you're ready to go there. I just don't want anyone to be adding or buying extra ingredients when you don't need to. Some cardamom. Sometimes I add extra turmeric. It doesn't really taste too turmeric-y, but it's a little bit more yellow, like something like a golden latte. And that's really great for extra boosting of anti-inflammatory, after a workout, late at night, where you're just kind of needing that anti-inflammation, the turmeric kind of in your body, in your system. And then the last but not least is your nutmeg and your pepper. So add a little bit of pepper. And the nutmeg, I really think it's a lot more potent when you grind it yourself. So that is one thing. If I'm doing this, I always grind the nutmeg myself. In like this. It's going everywhere. Clean your bench. Good job, Mo. There, put that aside. Give it a stir. Make sure it's equally combined. And then go ahead and use that in a cake, use it in some warm milk, or pop it into an airtight container and store it for, 6 months until it starts to lose its smell. Okay, so here we have a nice warm mug filled with some hot milk. Every night, this is probably about an hour to 30 minutes before I go to bed, I sit and have a glass of this. That teaspoon, 2 teaspoons, depending how much you like it, like that. And I find just give it a stir and let those spices kind of absorb the moisture, and then don't drink it then give it another stir, let it sit for a minute. You can use that milk frother, whatever you like. That. Yum. Nice chai. If you wanted to, you could pop this in the fridge and make an iced chai as well. You could always blend this with a little bit of the powder with a little bit of honey, making a paste, and that could be easily mixed into milkshakes. Do anything with it. Guys, the recipe for this is found in First Things First in the spice and herb section. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Have a great weekend. See you next time. Drink looks delicious.